Hey, so to be completely honest with you, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I felt called to take out my phone, make a video, and post it on a new YouTube channel. So I've had many different YouTube channels since I was 10 years old. When I was 10, I made my first YouTube channel, and actually I made my second channel not too long after that. The first channel was mostly about skateboarding. I would also do like random videos, skits. I remember I would like solve the Rubik's Cube on there and stuff, and kind of ended up also sharing like my life journey a little bit and my, going through college, and ended up becoming a full-time creator on that channel, which is crazy. I'm gonna tilt this. Maybe it was better before. But it's funny to think that, I made my second channel soon after. That was also when I was a kid and I was doing like these POV tech reviews. And it's just so funny. But then eventually I created a channel. I created a second channel. No, I hid all the videos on the second channel that I made when I was a kid. I was doing tech reviews on that channel. And then I rebranded that channel into my second channel. And the reason I made that one was because I was relying on my main channel for money. So I felt boxed into the niche of skateboarding, and I started to really want to be creatively free. This is a phrase that has stuck with me for a very long time. I wanted to be creatively free, but I felt like I couldn't do it on that skate channel, and I would try and it wouldn't work. Like when I would try to evolve on that channel, like it just didn't work. I think social media is really hard because the algorithms are not designed really to support change that much unless you play it really, really well. Like if you dive into a niche on a channel and then you start changing, suddenly the algorithms, delivering your content and to the audience who subscribed for the niche that you were in. So I think for a long time I wanted to change on that one channel, and I was frustrated that, nobody was coming along with me, and I would get hate comments and stuff, and it kind of clicked for me. So many things have been coming together and clicking for me, but it clicked for me, and it's like, actually, here's an analogy. It's like when you graduate from high school and you leave your hometown. Suddenly there's more freedom, right, to reinvent yourself. Let me mute this. There's freedom to reinvent yourself because you're free of all of these people who know who you have been, right? Suddenly you're surrounded by people who have no idea who you are, so there's a weight that comes off, and then you can kind of explore. You could just explore. You could be someone new. And that freedom is very, very beautiful. And I'm starting to wonder if, for my situation here with the YouTube channel, is trying to evolve and fully be myself on this channel where I'm, mostly posted skateboarding. And that's what the audience and the algorithm is like funneling to. Why do I have to be me there? Why don't I just graduate high school and move on? I wonder if it's the sunk cost fallacy. And I think money and finances makes it really complicated as well. And actually being able to build a business outside of that YouTube channel has really helped me a lot with finding clarity in this way. And interestingly, TikTok has too, because it's just such a spontaneous platform. I would just keep making new accounts when I felt like someone new, and I noticed how I could just be that new person on that new account with no weight, no having to explain to anyone, just being that new person, and there's so much freedom. And then the TikTok algorithm would like instantly find people who were there with me, which is a crazy part about social media in general, right? It's like, and maybe this is a new thing. Maybe it wasn't like this at the beginning. Maybe at the beginning it took a lot of more work to, grow on social media and find people. But now it seems like the algorithms have gotten to a point that if you create a new channel, whoever you are today, like whatever person, identity, energy you put out today, if you have a basic competency of how to communicate on camera, it will find people who are right there with you. So it will mirror you right away. But there's a challenge with trying to do that. There's a challenge with trying to evolve on one page where it's already reflected you in this whole audience that you've built, and now they're all there, but then you change, so that audience, some of them will change with you, but for the most part they're reflecting an old version of you. And how do you deal with that? Do you stay there, or do you leave your hometown to become someone new? It's interesting because each social media platform is a little bit different, and it's always changing, right? Instagram's trying to become TikTok, and TikTok might get banned, and hell, YouTube's trying to become like TikTok on the YouTube Shorts. They're all always changing, but for right now, it's funny, I've decided that Instagram is a place where I'm gonna play with changing on that one place. Just one account. I'm not gonna create a new account every time I'm different. That one's gonna track my journey, but then there seems to be something different about TikTok and YouTube where what I want is that instant mirroring effect. I don't want to go through the long slog of explaining, because then you're so weighed down when you gotta explain, like, oh yeah, no, this is why I'm changing in this way, and here's how the past journey connects to this journey. Because when you create a new account on a platform, you don't have to explain to anybody. Like, one way you could think about it is if you're a caterpillar and then suddenly you become a butterfly, and all the caterpillars around you, not to hate on the caterpillars, by the way, we all go through a metamorphosis at different paces, we had to excuse me, we all had to be caterpillars a long time in order to reach the point where we're ready to spread our wings. And it's very likely that when we were caterpillars, people spreading their wings around us may have made us, uncomfortable, right? So it's like you spread your wings, you move from caterpillar to butterfly. And of course, all the caterpillars are going to have a reaction. It's like, dude, it's like a full fundamental transformation. Of course, it's going to cause a reaction. It's weird. It's different. You look totally different. You're doing different things. The whole energy is different. And then what do you do as the butterfly? Do you stay in that old environment, or do you go float other to the other butterflies? And I see this as a process that's just always kind of unfolding and happening. Like, you go from caterpillar to butterfly in one way, and you're still a caterpillar in many other ways, but this change is happening, and these friend groups are separating, and relationships are separating, and then you're meeting other butterflies, and then there's strong connections here, and this is your world for a while now, but then this process happens again. It's like a continual cycle and a metamorphosis, just like the way the earth goes around and around, and the seasons go around and around, you know. It's interesting because I feel like I've been able to use social media and these explorations of thinking about, why is it so tough to be myself on this social media page, and do I create a new channel or do I stick to the old channel? That's just mirroring a larger situation of life and change and universe, So sometimes I catch myself judging myself for being in this process and, why haven't I figured it out yet? Well, it's because it's touching on the most complex thing there is, life and growing and changing.